Oh hey, I'm Tyler Semenich. Tonight's show is going to be a little different from what you normally see on SCTV3. Angles of Alden Street aims to take things out of the studio, and that's where we come in. Take a walk through the heart of campus with us to find the many unique perspectives that define the Pride.
I'm here with Assistant Dean of Parent and Student Engagement, Annie Warchall. Welcome. So, in regards of student engagement, what makes Springfield College so special?
So I think for a couple of reasons, right? And I can say this with conviction because our office has actually been award-winning in the region for many, many consecutive years. I think something that makes our campus unique is that, students come here looking for a sense of belonging and community. A lot of colleges preach that, but do they do it in actuality? Are they stage photos? Are they stage video shots? One of the ways I see just normal engagement, not even within like an organized setting, is if you ever just walk into Cheney in the dining hall, even on a Wednesday where it's super packed, walk around and see how many people are actually on their phones and totally like just in their own worlds. It's very rare. You actually don't see that. Even in our campus union, if I tend to get out of my office once in a while and look over at the glance down into the unions, people are doing homework and stuff, but they're not living in their own world on their phones. I think that is actually pretty unique to Springfield. The saying that I think we use most around here is be where your feet are, be present in the moment. And although we can't always be like that, that community and that sense of students, when they come here, they feel that culture. And that kind of just is one of those traditional things that carries from year to year.
Yeah, and then obviously, students have a lot of opportunities to, be involved, whether it's in a leadership position or just in a club. So what are some ways that your office recognizes students for their involvement?
Yeah, so in a lot of different ways, right? We're fortunate enough to sit on a lot of committees where people look at scholarships and involvement. So when we get calls, there's a bunch of students, what are they involved with? Can you give us some information? We can really advocate. We don't get to pick people, but we get to advocate on the other end, like, wow, this student has gone above and beyond, and they don't get paid for it. Different opportunities like that. We do have a club and org ceremony at the end of the academic year where we recognize our club leaders, our senior leaders, membership. We're always accessible if people want to know, like, how does that leadership role fit on a resume, and sitting down with them and explaining all of those things to hopefully get them jobs.
And then a little bit of a funner question.
Yeah.
So out of all the clubs we have on campus, is there a club that you would want to be a part of?
That's a great question. Selfishly, I would say Leadership Lock-In, because I created it from the ground up. And that was something that I saw a gap where all of our other leadership clubs, you apply, maybe you get in, maybe you don't. And that just never sat well with me. So just like a student that maybe comes here and says, I don't like these clubs, I want to create my own, I did it myself, right? And so creating Leadership Lock-In and giving people an opportunity to just be with like-minded people, no application, you just show up because you want to learn how to be a better leader, is exactly why I created that club.
What do you say to those students who do maybe apply for these positions and maybe don't get them and feel kind of, isolated or not a part of something? What's your advice for those students?
Yeah, it happens. It's a numbers game, right? Yeah. So even when we look at like NSO, so we'll have 113 to 140 people apply for 32 spots. More people are being told no than yes. Pre-camp, same thing, right? Some of these LTC, Summit, there's just not a numbers to do, everyone get a chance. I would say to the students, please don't get disheartened. Continue to put yourself out there. You never know. Those that isolate and go away after hearing that, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because people like myself are constantly looking to give others opportunities. So if you kind of fall off the face of the Springfield campus, then I don't see you anymore, and then I can't provide. So stay current, go into offices, meet people, network. There will be opportunities, and there'll be opportunities maybe that aren't existing yet, that maybe down the line that door will open for you.
Is there, you talked about what club you want to be on campus, but is there a club that you think that, you'd want to create or that you'd like to see that we don't see right now?
So something I'm in the works, this is hot off the press, something I've always felt passionate about, again around leadership opportunities, is the creation of a women's leadership retreat. I'm in the process of creating that, and I secured alumni funding for it. So that will happen next year.
Awesome.
More details to come, but I am looking for a group of students that want to join the board and create that. I feel passionate about wearing the many layers that I have as a woman in a leadership position. And I think there's a lot of great women leaders on this campus. And I would love that opportunity to create mentoring and foster growth in other ladies at this campus that are interested.
When we come back, we learn even more as we dive into the archives. Keep it here on Angles of Alden Street.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs! We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Serious, man. I actually drive better when I'm on it. If anything, I'm more careful. It just helps me focus. It just helps me focus, you know?
On June 1st, 2011, a devastating tornado struck western Massachusetts. The tornado even reached Springfield College's campus. Luckily, it was during the summer, so no students were on campus, yet some faculty were. Come along with me as I speak with archivist Jeff Monceau on the impacts of the tornado. Jeff, how we doing, man? Great to see you again. Pleasure to see you. First question I got for you. So, from a historical perspective, how significant was the 2011 tornado in western Massachusetts, which also impacted Springfield College's campus?
Yeah. So, personal sort of experience, because I happen to like weather quite a bit and follow it. There aren't a lot of tornadoes in Massachusetts. So the size and severity and the amount of destruction that happened, as seen on this campus, was more than Massachusetts is usually has seen. For Springfield College, it really affected the campus itself. Many beautiful trees, just totally decimated, so changed the entire character of the college itself, including some very special trees that people had gotten married under and so on and so forth.
And then, do you have any personal stories or any like firsthand accounts of people witnessing the tornado that sort of stuck with you?
So, interestingly enough, I was just talking about this with somebody a few days ago. I myself missed the tornado by about 15 minutes. It was summer, so, and again, this was kind of a blessing for the campus because people, weren't here. And a lot of staff sort of left early because you have a little bit more flexibility. And so I had finished up my work for the day. It looked like it might rain. It was kind of a little funky looking outside. Climbed in my car and drove off campus. And suddenly I got this phone call from my boss pleading with me not to come back to campus, please don't come back to campus, Jeff. The archives is okay, because of course my main concern would be, to take down Judd. Did it just, force water into the archives? And there was none of that whatsoever. So for me, it was a pretty sort of, I would have jumped back here immediately to try to protect the materials.
So the damage to the campus normally would take 12 months to clean up. The college did it in 12 weeks, and the school was able to open up on time in the fall semester. Right. Just how important was the school opening up on time, not only for the students, the staff, but just Springfield College as a whole? And what does it sort of say about the college, how they were able to speed up that process?
Well, I mean, obviously we're, having places for students to live and have a normal life, very, very important. So to be able to make the campus open up as it would be, not have to shovel students off to perhaps stay in motels or hotels was very, very important to the campus. I think it was one of the things that the president at the time, Dr. Richard Flynn, was probably most proud of the time that he stayed here. And he did a lot of work on the buildings on campus and sort of helped revitalize the campus after a period of downturn. But to bring the campus together, to get a company to come in and do the work on the buildings, to clean up all the trees and everything, I think was one of the things that he was probably most proud of.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, I mean, like having the president of our school be involved in that process, I just think it says a lot about the Springfield College community as a whole, and how through times of adversity, everyone really comes together and to preserve that sort of history and that rich history that Springfield College has. Is just a really special place, and great to see people come together in that way.
Thank you for watching Angles of Alden Street. After the break, learn more about the athletics department during Aspects of Athletics.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight.
Got it.
Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
So first question is, what does your day-to-day look like as an athletic director?
Well, I wish I knew. That would be my response. I often say that I am on other people's agenda and I have no idea until they get to me. So while I have my meetings and my appointments on a calendar, as most people do in 2026, it often needs to be adjusted. That's what makes part of this job exciting and interesting as it is, because there absolutely are no 2 days that are the same.
And then next question is, since you're constantly working with students here on Springfield College campus, how do you see the spirit, mind, and body mission in our current student athletes?
Well, geez, I guess with the spirit, mind, and body mission, it's the humanics philosophy, right? And it drives all that we do campus-wide, and all we strive to do in the athletics realm as well. Our student athletes are some of the best and brightest in the classroom. We're out in the community extensively, and we strive in the competitive arena. So I think that combination captures the spirit, mind, and body, and I'm grateful that they're able to live it daily.
Okay, so next question is, college sports have evolved a lot. What is the one thing about the culture here that remains unchanged?
Yeah, I gotta say it's the people, it's the teacher coaches and it's the student athletes. Just the buy-in to what we just sent off men's gymnastics and men's volleyball. Grateful that we have an opportunity to send programs off to the NCAA, and my message to them was the Springfield way, and that speaks to the culture. Just giving it your all, striving to be the best you can be, representing yourself, your family, the college, the athletics program to the best of your ability, and to remember to have fun and enjoy the memories.
And then next question, we're looking at some of the top-notch Division III facilities here in the country right now. How much does the physical environment of this campus contribute to the success of Springfield's program?
I like to think that it helps. It's very difficult to measure something like that, but it can't hurt from the recruitment side of things. And you know, fortunate to have Dr. Cooper as the president of the institution, because the field that we're taking our walk on right now, Jake, I was there at the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation when she owned the day, and soon enough we have a baseball field that was followed by a softball field with the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation. So we think between the strength and conditioning facilities, the athletic training facilities, and all the competitive facilities, we have an edge.
Nice. So while we're here, let's go take a look at one of the other amazing athletic venues. Another question for you is, what sparked your interest in becoming an athletic director?
Yeah, I think I have a pretty unique family history there, a pretty unique upbringing. My mom is in no less than 7 Athletic Hall of Fames. She played when people told her that girls and women can't play. She was on the United States field hockey team for a good period of time. She played in Wembley Stadium. She captained the team in Wembley Stadium. My father was a director of athletics after having been an athletic trainer for the better part of nearly 4 decades. So I grew up in the environment of athletics. I grew up in the environment of sport. It was a topic nightly at the dinner table. And I think that my interest in the field stemmed from both my father and my mother's pursuits.
Right, so we are now inside of Blake Arena, where we are hosting the NCAA D3 men's volleyball Final Four weekend. What was the process like to be accepted for hosting this event?
Yeah, rather lengthy process. Started probably 5-6 years ago. Kevin Wood, Associate Athletics Director, puts in a bid to the NCAA. The committee at the NCAA does its due diligence and picks a site, and we were fortunate to get this. We hosted the first inaugural men's volleyball NCAA National Championship in 2012, and we also got the bid in 2017. And then once we got the bid, we sit on it for a little bit, and then it amped up this past fall. Taylor Keegan is a second-year graduate student who's helping Kevin Wood with the Championship Planning Committee, the CPC as Kevin calls it, and probably 15, 20 members of that. Undergrad students, graduate students, members of facility management, members of the athletics leadership team, all getting ready for April 23, 25.
Looking ahead to the next few years, what is your primary goal for Springfield Athletics?
Well, there's several. We continually look to improve the competitive facilities that we have. So some fundraising initiatives to give attention to some of our facilities, understanding that they are all, championship worthy as they stand now. But some are getting a little tired and we can make some improvements there. Another one is to assist with the new coaches. There's a good number of coaches that have been here for 5 or less years. Assist them in their growth and development, relying on the wisdom and the expertise of some of the coaches that have been here for a little bit longer, including Charlie Sullivan, who happens to be training as we speak. I think those would be two primary goals at this point.
All right, Dr. Craig Poisson, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jake.
Thanks for tuning in to Angles of Alden Street. Stick around to hear from an alumni who is returning to campus for the first time in 6 years.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
And I'll try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
I'm here with Taylor Sanzo, who graduated from the Springfield class of 2021, was communication sports journalism major, and now is with Mass Live. Taylor, this is your first time back in 5 years. How does it feel?
Like I was saying earlier, it's like a great surprise. I haven't been on campus in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and we didn't have this health science building when I graduated, so everything just looks new and updated and beautiful. And yeah, I missed it.
All right, let's go take a look inside.
Awesome.
So as we're walking inside, like you said, this wasn't here. So I wanted to ask, like, what's it like seeing for the first time? And when you were here, what was here in place of it?
So when I was on campus, there was talk about a health sciences center. Thank you. But as far as I knew, it was just an idea, right? So I don't think we even had a concept of what this building was going to look like, but even just seeing this now, I'm really impressed with the facility. It's like, I mean, I had science classes in Shubimus, is that what it's called? And I mean, this one just blows it out of the water, so yeah.
So as we're walking to Cheney, I wanted to ask you, in the first place, what brought you to Springfield College?
I think like a lot of kids, I wanted to go to a school that wasn't filled with 30,000 kids. You know, I wanted to be able to like make connections and make friends with professors. I wanted them to know me by name. And, you know, Springfield College was a good fit. I think we have what, like 2,500 undergrad here, something like that. And then I'm from like northern central Connecticut, so I wanted a place that was, you know, kind of far from home, but not so far to where I couldn't go back. I got to know the COSJ program, you know, really like the professors. I actually sat and had lunch with Kyle Belanger. I don't know if you like.
Yeah, Kyle was the first professor I met.
Okay, perfect. So, and he was kind of the one that kind of like opened the door into like what I can get involved with here on campus, and he just gave me the rundown, and I really liked it. So this was kind of a perfect fit for me. And I mean, the campus is beautiful too. I do love it.
Favorite Cheney meal?
I remember as a freshman, like my friends and I raged about their mac and cheese, but that was pretty much it. And like the ice cream was nice.
I want to ask you, still covering lots of journalism, how did your time here at Springfield, your education, how did that help you prepare for your current role with Mass Live?
Oh my gosh, so many things I think were implemented in me on campus that I now use in my day-to-day job. I think SCTV3 and even like writing for the Springfield Student was the biggest help to kind of launch me into a professional journalism setting. And it even boils down to like little things too, like time management, working on deadlines, communicating with your peers, nailing down interviews when they like don't get back to you. So like all these things I was learning at 18 years old, I'm still implementing now at 27. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
so
it does.
Even like those little things. This is kind of where I was thrown into things that I wasn't super comfortable with. It was, hey, go sideline this basketball game, or hey, go to this club and interview their president. You know, I had never done something like that.
You lived in Gulick your freshman year.
Yes, I did.
also did, and I don't know about you, but I was very heartbroken when I found out that Gulick was going to be torn down, just because there's just so many memories at the Dirty Goo. So I wanted to know, what was your reaction when you heard of the news?
Well, since I've been off campus for like a few years, I guess I'll go back and say that like everything like my college experience started in Gulick, so I've always held it, close to my heart, even though it's kind of silly and maybe not the best dorm to be living in. I have so many great memories there. So when finding out that it was going to close, I think I saw it on like social media or something, I was like, gasp, but like it's crazy. Even my friends that I had lived with there years and years and years ago, they'd all like texted me about it. We'd all talked about it. Like, can't believe it's closing down. I even know someone that like bought a souvenir cup like on their like that like website that they were giving merch away.
Yeah,
on.
I was.
So I'm very sad to see it go. I wish I had one more opportunity to visit it, because I don't think I visited it since my sophomore year. And even looking now that I can't see it, like it's really weird. And I miss it.
So what was your first year like?
My first year was crazy. As I imagine like a lot of first year students year is, I've kind of felt like I immersed myself into as many clubs as possible. I tried to meet as many people as possible. After, class activities, weekend events, like things like that, just to make connections on campus, because, when you are like a freshman, it's kind of daunting. But again, freshman year is where I met like some of my very best friends who I'm friends with to this day. So shout out freshman year.
You were the president of SCTV3 your senior year, right? Mm-hmm. How was it like being president, and especially like handling the pandemic, like the COVID-19 pandemic? What challenges did that bring?
So many. Like, we were even in the Mac lab with face masks and like face protectants, which didn't always make for like the best TV show, or just like working, efficiently and quick. Sometimes that was hard. Navigating the pandemic was a crazy time. We always had to make sure there were safety precautions in place. A lot of our stories just happened to revolve around the coronavirus. We were never short of story ideas, which I guess was like a good thing. But leading people regardless was awesome. And it was really nice to work alongside some of my friends, people who were up and coming in the club that you could kind of like mentor, if you will. So that was really nice. And then it was really great to be a woman in charge. Like, honestly, we just had for the last few years that I was there, a lot of men on the board, which is awesome, but it was really nice to have a change.
So we're going to be actually heading into the main studio of Weiser down the stairs, and we're going to have you send the show off to our host, Tyler Semenich.
Oh my God. Okay, that sounds
I know,
like
a lot of pressure.
Oh my God, guys, I'm a little rusty.
It's been a couple years, but I think you got this. All right, Taylor, take it away in 3, 2, 1.
You're watching Angles of Alden Street, the perspectives that define the pride. I'm Taylor Sanzo, back in the Weiser Hall television studio for the first time in 5 years. Now sending it over to Tyler Semenich outside on Alden Street to close out the show. Take it away, Tyler.
Oh hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the journey through campus with us, highlighting the many different perspectives of the Pride. We hope to see you back here soon to check out even more Angles of Alden Street.